here it is, Radial Light, right? You know the WCR, we copy reach it. They didn't copy us. So it's $49 for the next 24 hours only, and then we're going to creep it up to $69 because we've got $20 easily in it. We'll make 20 bucks and you're going to get a better brush. So you would never ever buy theirs. I'll show you what's different. I know you need to see it on the glass. So here we are. So firstly, fortunately, we've seen a video by Steve-O, the commission-only salesman. You know that guy? So he's put a video up of somebody using the Zero Light, right? We copy reach it, put that out. But look at the rinse bar, right? So they copied our tagline. Rinse, agitate on the upstroke, rinse on the downstroke, but you can't because they only put straight jets in, right? We have the technology to put the peacock fan of jets, and I'll show you how that works, right? So when we get on the glass, right, firstly you've got to know that we're going to splay the bristles, yeah? So when you look at a brush off the glass, it's completely different to a brush on the glass. All we want is those jets to arrive just above the bristles, yeah? And that's the last thing on the glass. And the water will always cascade, no matter you've got hydrophobic glass or hydrophilic glass, right? It'll always cascade. That's why we can rinse on the glass. But let's have a look. When we get up into the corners, you can see we're going to go in here, and you can see that we can scroll through the corner. Peter Thomas calls that the jiggy, right? That's the jiggy there. And you can see we can clean out the corners, come down like this. But when you look at sorry, Harry, when you come across the top, you look at that top jet. That is just creeping along the top, and then you're good. Here he comes, and then it's going into the corner. It's creeping along the top. It's not wetting above where the agitation zone is. That's where you want to get your rinse flow rate right. So you're going to come into the corner, jiggy through the corner. Then you're going to tip the brush like this, and as you come down on your downstroke, all that water is going to come across the top of the brush. Right, that's why it's the best brush in the market, because all the water is flushing down here, down the side, and that's going to take all of your spider webs and all the stuff out of the corners. Yeah. Now, I'm going to try and get this over here, Harry. I'm going to jump over here to a dry piece of glass. Okay. And then I'm going to show you, like, these bristle blades, like why everybody wants to copy them. Yeah. So let's have a look. We're going to jump over here. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Now look under the brush. Dry, right? A couple of little drips got through, but it's dry under the brush. Water does not go through a radial brush. It goes through a Gardner, goes through an Unger, goes through a Tucker, goes through a WCR Amazing Zero Products brush, all the other ones before they copied us, right? So now this is what they wanted to copy, yeah? So this is it. You can see now we can go across the top and then down, and then we go across the top and down. When we go across the top, our top jet is here. You see that? In line with the top bristles, right? But when you look at theirs, they've got straight jets. So their first jet is here, and it's going at the glass. Now watch when I compress. That means there's no water in a Zero Light brush. On any other rinse bar, the Zero rinse bar, the Gardner rinse bar, the Younger rinse bar, there's no water going out to the extremity, right? So our water comes out to the extremity, and that makes it an incredible brush for rinsing on glass. You can agitate on the upstroke, rinse on the downstroke. But if everybody knows, even if you look here, Harry, you can see that's the silicon creep. That area there is kind of hydrophobic. You see it? It's hydrophobic. Over here, it's hydrophilic, right? But here, it's hydrophobic. Just that 2 inches, 60, 70 centimeters, maybe 3 inches, right? And that's the silicon creeping across the glass. So if you don't put your rinse all the way to the edge, you're still going to have to take it off the glass and chase everything down. Yeah, you can't rinse without the water coming down on the bristles. Yeah, so that's why we designed that our rinse water comes all the way across into the corners and down, up and down on the stroke. Now you watch this. Actually, because I'm nose to glass, I can just go like this and say, this is so much easier if I actually didn't use a pole, right? Look at this. I can just go. Woo! Right? Done. Agitate on the upstroke, rinse on the downstroke. Last thing on the glass is the pure water from the jets. Corners done, edges done, top done, right? But the one thing you need to learn about Reach It is that we work with flow rate. and everything's designed on flow rate. So all the brushes are designed for a particular flow rate. This has got rinse bars in it, which we call low flow rate, around 1.5 liters a minute, third of a gallon a minute, 1/3 of a gallon a minute, right? And you don't want the water pissing out like, 2, 3, 4 feet, right? You definitely don't want that, because then the water will splash on the glass, and these jets, right, will squirt up above and introduce dirt into your rinse area, right? So you don't want that. If you go up here on a small frame, this is a deep frame, but on a small frame, if that's going too high, it'll introduce dirt from the frame, or if you're cleaning the frames from above the frame, and it'll introduce it into your rinse water. So you don't want the water squirting any more than this, about 12 inches, 30 centimeters. Yeah? Now, if you can see here, I've got 5/16 Rhino tube on here, just to show that you can convert from a 5/16 system to a radial light at any time. But if you've switched to high flow, and you're dealing with a 1/2 gallon a minute, we include in the pack the high flow rinse bars. So you get the low flow rinse bars fitted, right? That's so that everybody can convert. But if you're using 1/2 gallon a minute, 2 liters a minute, and you like that flow rate, and you don't have water restrictions and all the sort of things like that, then you can actually disassemble the brush, take our low flow rate rinse bars out, and then this means that you're running in the same league as Radial Brush, Radial Rocker, all of the bigger brushes. They use a higher flow rate because you can get more off the glass in the rinse phase. Like, the rinse is the slow part. So when you can agitate on the upstroke, rinse on the downstroke, right, we've eliminated the second step, which is the rinse phase, and that's why we've always said that Reach It is 4 times faster. 4 times faster than any other brush. That's why WCR, we copy Reach It, want to copy Reach It, even though they bagged the shit out of us for the whole 10 years, right? So, what else can I show you? Well, now that I've got it as a pole tool, I just want to go and grab another pole tool that you can get for $49.95. Remember, this is $49.95 for the next 24 hours. You've got 24 hours notice. Sunday night, you're going to have Monday to watch this, Monday to make a decision, and then it's going to $69 because you get proper rinse jets, you get a proper swivel. We've looked at their swivel, it's shit, but anyway, it is what it is. They've gone cheap, that's good. Right, we've got stainless steel and brass in here. It'll never wear, it'll never click, it'll never fail you. Right, this is going to last you forever. With the radial brushes, you can replace the bristles on a light for $49 at any time in the future. So even if you do tear them up, they are PA 610 bristles, which is the equivalent of the DuPont. But remember, DuPont is a brand, so they say DuPont bristles. I can tell you, man, DuPont bristles do not mean top quality bristles. It just means they're made by the company called DuPont. Right, and DuPont is made all over the world, so it's not guaranteed even that it's a made in America product, because DuPont has got 89 factories in China. Try that. So, what I want to do next, I want to show you another product you can get for $49. Right, this was meant to be our loss leader to attract new customers. This is called G-Force Mop. It's a G-Force without the rinse bar, right? So you can imagine this with the same rinse bar as that, and then you get an idea of what G-Force is, right? So G-Force Mop is, let me just wet this up. Sorry, I should have done this earlier. I've got some detergent in here, yep. And we can put that down, and away we go. G-Force Mop is like this, yeah? So you can come across into the corners. You've got amazing swivel, yep, look at that. Boom, 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 boom. So it's a great little hand tool. Flat, loads of bubbles, but if you wanted to switch it out, don't need to see that. If you want to switch it out and turn it into a pole tool, right? And all Reach It products are like this. You can make them a pole tool if you want to be more ergonomic. Use 2 sides of your brain at the same time while you're working instead of one side. Yep. Then you've got yourself a fantastic pole tool. So you could actually go into the store for less than $100, and you could get a radial light and a G-Force mop for less than $100. Like, I'd be doing that right now. You got 24 hours. Now, if you don't want the handle, okay, everything comes with a handle. That's the radial handle. That's our 2025 upgrade. However, let me switch to the right product. What you can see here is this is the standard 40 teeth angle adapter for the industry. Gardner, Tucker, Unger, WCR, which stands for We Copy Reach It, and all of the brands use a 40 teeth angle adapter over 8 and everything. So you can have your 40 teeth angle adapter, right, which you came with your tucker brush or your Zero pole or your Hero pole or your Blue Dragon pole or your Crown pole or all the sticker brands made in China, bless them, and you can just undo this, disassemble it, and use this part from your pole and fit Radial Lite to your pole. You don't have to use a radial handle, but if you wanted to, we make this pole stem adapter, we make that for every brand of pole that we know, and then if we don't have it yet, we'll make it for you. They're CNC'd individually, so they're $49. They're not easy, not cheap to make for us, you know, because they're not mass produced like in a mold, but they're all made by a machine. So then you can buy one of those. We make it out of aluminum so that you can only have to buy one, but it'll fit all of your tools, right? Whether it's your Radial Lite, or let's say you have another problem. Can you hold that for me, Harry?
Yep.
Let's say you've got some paint overspray on your window and you want to use a blade. Well, check this out. I can drop that there. I can take that there, push against me. There we go. And ta-da! Z-Force! Yeah. Clip that into the tube runners. Just check this, Harry. So you've got tube runners external. We're the ones who came up with that idea. Right, so WCR, we copied Reach It, did that as well. And this is actually a plastic blade which is in test now, but we've had a look at the plastic blades, and then you can actually plastic blade. Now with a plastic blade you can go up and down. With a metal blade you go up and off and up and off. But I'll show you what's fantastic about this. You get rid of the debris ahead of the blade at all times, and when you go up and up, you can see, actually there's a little paint spray there maybe, and it's gone, but you can actually see it's gone. Whereas when you're working with bubbles and a blade and all that, right, you cannot see whether it's gone or not. So then you have to squeegee it off, you mop it, squeegee it, mop it, squeegee it, mop it, squeegee, and check whether you've got everything or not. But with Z-Force, it's not cheap, it's really expensive to make, so don't ask for it at $20 or $49 but if you do a lot of construction cleans or you get a lot of paint overspray, I'm looking for a bit of paint, Harry. Right? What's that? I don't know what that is. No, it's silicone or something. That's silicone. There we go. That one's gone. That's a bit of paint there. Can you see that? That's gone, right? And we can, it's gone. Like, it's up there now, but it's off the glass. There goes a bit of paint. Yeah, boom, boom, gone. Plastic, right? That's Z-Force. And, okay, I had it on a pole. The problem with the pole, people tend to push too hard, and then guys are used to using the frame as the border, and then they really work this. It's been a little bit of a challenge for us with the Neanderthalic window cleaners that really just don't get physics, but that's all right. Now I can use it as a hand tool, so I can be nose to glass. We put this in here, like this 40 teeth angle adapter, because when you've got a hand, you know to put it at 30 degrees, and you can always keep it at 30 degrees to the glass, 30 to 40, whatever your angle is. But when it's on a pole, you may have to stand back here, or you may have to stand in there. The pole angle is going to change, so you need to be able to change the angle here so that the blade is always at 30 degrees, 30, 40 degrees, so they got to the glass. All right, so there's loads and loads of things to learn and do and benefit from if you switch to Radial by Reach It. So remember, it's 24 hours, and this little baby here at $49 US for the North American market will go to $69. You'll get 2 sets of radial rinse bars. There's going to be a high flow fitted with a low flow, but high flow is in the pack. I did want to show you one other thing. Not only do we make this in 14 inch, we make it in 18 inch, and we make it in 22 inch, no, 26, oh no, and then we've got 26 inch radial rocker, right? But this is the swivel here, and it's so beautiful because if you prefer it to swivel more freely, you can just loosen that off, or if you prefer to have it tighter so that you can set it, and you say, okay, I'm going to go in over there, my pole is here, right? You can set it, and those of you who are window cleaners know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? All right, so that's it. I think that's a fantastic
Super Bowl commercial.
Super Bowl commercial. That's right. Let's go and watch it. We've got to go and find ourselves a sports bar. Anyway, have a great day. I know it's Sunday night, but you can watch this on Monday. It's definitely we're thrilled. We love to get a whole lot of new Reach It customers. We've been censored, banned, misinformation, disinformation, lies, cheats, mafia. The USAID of our industry has been exposed, and now it's time, right? We've got the DOGE, I'll think what that is going to be. The Department of Window Cleaning Efficiency is here, and we are here to save the day, right? Switch to Reach It, go to futureofcleaning.com as soon as you possibly can. Take advantage of this deal. See ya.